Good morning, grade 4. Today we will start solving the science revision sheet for the third quarter. Let's get started with question number 1. Which process listed below turns solid ice into liquid water? Is it melting, freezing, condensing, or evaporating? Let's remember the definition of each of these items. Melting means the change from a solid into a liquid, while freezing means the change from a liquid into solid. Condensing means the change from a gas into liquid, while evaporating means the change from a liquid into a gas. So the answer here will be melting, because it means the change from solid into liquid. The next question, question number 2. Lena wants to describe the physical properties of an object. Which property is she describing when she determines the space taken up by an object? Do you remember what does it mean, the space taken up by an object? Does it mean mass, weight, density, or volume? Of course it means volume. So the answer will be letter D. Now it's question number 3. Mandy washes dishes and puts the clean wet dishes on a drying rack. What causes water on these dishes to dry up? The water melts, the water condenses, the water evaporates, or the water is absorbed. What will happen to the liquid water here? Actually, the water evaporates. It changes from being liquid to a gas which we cannot see. So we find that the dishes and even the rack are dry. So the water evaporates. Question number 4. Which of these describes a liquid? Let's remember together what we said about the states of matter. We said that we have 3 states of matter: a solid, a liquid, and a gas. A solid has a definite shape and definite volume. Why? Because the particles inside a solid matter are close to each other. They do not have spaces between them. They don't move, they just vibrate on their places. What about a liquid? A liquid has no definite shape, but it has a definite volume, because its particles are having small spaces between them. And we said also that a liquid takes the shape of its container. What about a gas? A gas has no definite shape and no definite volume, and this is because the particles inside a gas are moving freely. They have large spaces between them. So if we need an answer for this question, it will be letter C. A liquid has no definite shape. It takes the shape of its container, but it has definite volume. The next question, question number 5. Mark is classifying a group of objects by their physical properties. He puts a soccer ball, a blue marble, and an orange in one group. Which property did he most likely use to classify these objects? Let's remember together the physical properties. These are the properties which we can measure or observe using our senses. What is common between all these objects which he is classifying? Do they share the same size, the same shape, the same color, or hardness? Of course, they are all round, so they are having the same physical property, which is shape. The next question, question number 6. Which process listed below changes water vapor, which is a gas, into liquid water? A gas will change to be liquid by melting, freezing, evaporation, or condensation. We have just said that this happens because of condensation. And if you remember the water cycle, we said that this forms clouds. The clouds are formed up because of the condensation process. Now let's move to page 2, which starts with question number 7. Which set of steps would describe the changes in state of an ice cube that is left outside in the hot sun? Solid, gas, liquid, or solid, liquid, gas, or liquid, solid, gas, or liquid, solid, gas. This ice cube is solid. When you leave it outside in the hot sun, it will get a lot of heat, so the solid will melt. So it will change first from being solid to a liquid. And with time, this liquid will evaporate because it will also gain more heat, so it will evaporate or changes from being a liquid to gas. So the changes that happen here to this cube of ice, it will change from being solid to liquid, then the liquid will change to be a gas. So the answer here will be letter B. Question number 8. Kate changed water from a liquid to solid. From liquid to solid. What did she do for the water? She froze the water, she melted the water, she condensed the water, she evaporated the water. As we said, to change the liquid to be solid, we have the freezing process. So she froze the water. The next question, question number 9. Alex is observing ice cubes as they change. He draws this picture. What does the picture show? As you see here, the ice cube, which is solid, changes to have some liquid water. So what happened here? Is it boiling, freezing, melting, or precipitation? The change from being a solid to a liquid is melting. We are still on the same page, page number 2, question number 10. By which process are clouds formed? Let's remember together the water cycle. It starts with the liquid water on Earth's surface, which will evaporate or change to be water vapor, which is a gas flying up with the air, and the more it gets higher, the cooler the air is, so it will condense. The water vapor will condense or change back to be liquid water, forming clouds. So, which process is used to form clouds? Is it condensation, evaporation, melting, or precipitation? It's condensation. Question number 11. The state that water is in depends on which of the following? It depends on clouds, vapor, temperature, or volume. We said that we have three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. To change from one state to another, we even add more heat or take away heat. So, on both cases, we change the temperature. So, the state of matter depends on temperature. 12. What happens to water in a pot if the water is left to boil for a long time? The water in a pot is liquid water, and you are adding a lot of heat by boiling this liquid water. So what will happen to it? The water level rises, the water gets cooler, the water changes from a gas to a liquid, or the water changes from a liquid to a gas. Of course, the water will evaporate or changes from a liquid to a gas. The next, number 13. Amanda's mom is getting ready to cook pasta. When the water boils, it gets a lot of heat. Which process will occur? Is it condensation, evaporation, melting, or precipitation? The liquid water will gain a lot of heat, so it will change from being liquid to gas, or evaporation will happen. Now it's page number 3, question number 14. The diagrams below show the particles that make up water. Which diagram shows how the particles are arranged when the water is solid? We have just said that a solid matter has particles which are close to each other. They don't have large spaces. They just move or vibrate on their place. So, diagram letter B shows the particles inside the water when it is solid. Question number 15. Andrew uses a balance like this one to measure the mass of a watermelon. He finds that it is 5 kilograms. Then he cuts it up into 4 parts of varying sizes. What can he include? It was just one part with 5 kilograms, and then he cut it into 4 parts. What can we conclude from this when we measure its mass using this balance? The mass of each is 1,250 grams. The sum of the masses of the parts is 5 kilograms. each part has a mass that is slightly less than 1,250 grams, or each part has a mass that is slightly greater than 1,250 grams. Of course, the answer here is letter B. The sum or the total of masses for these four parts will equal the same mass of the watermelon before cutting. It equals 5 kilograms. The next question, question number 16. Solutions are special types of mixtures. Which of the items below is a solution? Let's remember what is the difference between a solution and a mixture. A mixture has two or more substances that are not mixed evenly. We could separate them. But a solution is a mixture in which all the substances are mixed evenly. They form one new thing. So which of the following is not a mixture? It's a solution. Carbonated water, gelatin with bananas, spicy salad dressing, or orange juice with pop. The solution here is carbonated water. The next question, number 17. Mrs. Rose's students are having an end of the year party. They go to a nearby park on a sunny day. Which party activity describes a chemical change? What is a chemical change? As we said before, a chemical change is a change that forms new substance. So, is climbing the monkey bar a chemical change? Cooking hot dogs on a grill a chemical change? Playing hide and seek a chemical change? Or putting a hot dog and mustard on a pan a chemical change? Which of these will form new matter? The answer is letter B, because when you cook or grill the hot dogs, you cannot move them back as they were. The next question, 18. Amanda buys a ring made of gold and silver. After a few weeks, the silver part of the ring looks black and dull. The gold parts stay shiny. What can you conclude about the ring? Letter A. The silver is really steel. B. Silver reacts with the air but gold does not. C. Gold and silver undergo physical change. D. The gold and silver have the same chemical properties. The answer here will be letter B. Silver reacts with the air. It undergoes a chemical change, but gold does not react, so it doesn't change. That's all for today, grade 4. Next time we will complete solving the revision sheet. Bye.